Welcome. Thank you for joining us. This is Supplement Your Fall Instruction with Learn360 and Classroom Video on Demand's STEAM resources. I'm going to give it a minute. I have my colleague Lisa with me, and we're just going to let everyone join before we get started. Again, today's webinar is Supplement Your Fall Instruction with Learn360 and Classroom Video on Demand. We're going to focus on our STEAM resources for this webinar. I don't know where you are, but I know for Lisa and I, it feels more like winter today versus fall, but hopefully you're somewhere a little bit warmer. If you would like to get us started, you can put into the chat box, where are you joining us from? It's about 38 degrees, I think, where I am. Hopefully you're getting a little warmer. There's a chat box on the side, and so you can go ahead and put in your location if you'd like to. Learn360 and Classroom Video on Demand serve schools across the US and Canada and worldwide. So we do have teachers, librarians, and schools from all over that subscribe to Learn360. I'm going to let a couple more people join us. For those of you who just joined, this is Supplement Your Fall Instruction with Learn360, Classroom Video on Demand STEAM resources. Wonderful. I'm going to get started. Again, like I said, it's a little chilly where I am. My name is Emily, and I'm joined by my colleague Lisa. She's on the line as well. We're both in chilly Massachusetts at the moment, but feel free to put into the chat box where you're joining us from. We have Learn360 subscribers in the US, Canada, and around the world. So we're excited to have you here. Today, we're going to talk about the STEAM resources and how to supplement your instruction this fall with Learn360 and Classroom Video on Demand. Again, my name is Emily. I am a former teacher. I taught second grade for almost 10 years. I also did some first and third grade and taught all subjects, but my favorite was math and science. And really what I love about STEAM is that you can do a lot of cross-curricular instruction. So today we're going to focus on some enhancements to our Learn360 platform and focus on some of these tools that will help you with your instruction. My role at Infobase is to bring in new content for our teachers and librarians in school districts. We've been focusing on bringing in STEAM content, keeping up with the latest producers from our trusted providers, and then really focusing on aligning and bringing content that matches your curriculum. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that new content and then how you can really use the content to supplement your current instruction. At the end, I will leave some time for questions. I will also provide my email at the end as well as our customer success representatives that you can reach out with any questions. This presentation is recorded and we will be sharing out this deck following today's webinar. So thank you again for joining us. If there was anyone who was not able to attend, feel free to share the recording afterwards with them and we can make sure they get the deck as well. So excited, we have so many people attending today. Thank you to all of you for subscribing. As you may know, Learn360 is a subscription service provided to schools and districts. Wanted to highlight that Learn360 is videos as well as audiobooks, sounds, interactives, games, and printables, and my favorite is the educator resources. So we really thinking about how you can leverage all of these different assets to supplement your instruction. And I want to remind everyone that we bring in, again, my role is to bring in the new content and we bring it in every single day. So make sure you're logging into Learn360 each morning or as you build your lesson plans. I know for me, it was always a Thursday afternoon task was to think about the week ahead. So always make sure to check in on Learn360 to see what content we have new and how it could best supplement your instruction. Today, we're going to be focusing on STEAM and how the science, technology, my favorite, math content can be leveraged this school year. Some of you may have attended our earlier webinar. Earlier this fall, we did a webinar on our new topic centers. I will speak a little bit more about them towards the end of this webinar, but I wanted to mention up front that we have 50 new topic centers that we added to Learn360. And my favorite thing about these topic centers is that we really saw how our teachers and librarians in school districts were using our content, and what we saw was amazing, that all of our teachers were thinking about our videos and then how to best pair them. And so we built 50 new topic centers that paired the videos with printables, with games and activities, so that you have a one-stop shop bundled activities all in one place. So each of these 50 new topic centers have bundled assets around topics that we saw our teachers and educators using in the classroom. We also recently updated our 3 top tier down menu that now shows your featured producers. So we also spoke to our teachers and our librarians and saw that there are many producers that our teachers and educators keep coming back to, and so we wanted to make sure that we really surface those producers that we see being used and loved in the classroom. So make sure to go check out those featured producers. We also wanted to make sure that we brought your attention to, we updated our browse producer function so that you can quickly find your favorite producer using the ABC scroll. And then my favorite one, because I'm in our product so much, is we updated our playlist section so that you can now search in your playlist, and then I'll show you some other cool features that we have in our support center. So I'm going to take you through each of these different features. And again, really the focus is how our teachers are already using them and trying to make your lives simpler. So hopefully these tools and tricks I'm about to show you will make your lives and the lives of your librarians and teachers at your schools so much easier. That applause right there is for all the teachers that helped us build these new features. We couldn't have done it without you. And so I just wanted to show that if you type in the word applause, I like to build into all the presentations some sounds around it, so you can go over to the audio and play the sound of clapping or cheering or whatever different sound that you want to support your teachers. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We couldn't have done this without you. Not sure if GoToWebinar will let you hear, but there's a round of applause for each of you. So as I said, we're thanking all of our teachers because they helped us identify who the teachers were using and what content they were leveraging. And so as I mentioned in this 3-tiered top-down menu here, you can now see featured producers. Those are producers that are new, high usage, and we really want to draw your attention to all the great content within them. I also mentioned the topic centers. I will dive deeper into these topic centers, but again, these are bundled, a resource center of bundled assets. So within each topic center, you will find videos as well as interactives, printables, and audio, so that you can build your lesson plans and combine all these resources together. I will again will get that deeper into that as well as talking about my content section. So bear with me. I'm going to be going through all of this new content as quickly as possible and make sure to leave time for questions. But as I said, that we've updated our playlist section so that we can now do searches I'm going to talk to you a little bit about planets today. So I'm just going to show you that you can now search through your playlist and find the playlist that you have within your folders. Because if you're like me and you're using Learn360 every day, you may have started to accumulate quite a bit of content within your folders. And so we want to make sure that you're able to find it as quickly as possible. Wonderful. So as we've been building out, we've been focusing on how to quickly surface our content, enhance that discoverability, and really simplify the lesson planning process for all of our educators. And so I wanted to move into the part of the presentation where we're going to talk about our new content, specifically our new STEAM content. And so my suggestion always for finding that new content is to go to this advanced search button. And I'm going to click the last 30 days. And you can see in the last 30 days, we have over 200 new titles. I'm going to bring you back to the deck for a moment, and then I will promise you we'll get right back on into it. As you saw, it was 245 titles. Every day that number changes, and over 200 of those are STEAM titles. When we're selecting our content for Learn360, we're looking at trusted producers such as A&E. I'm so excited about all the new titles that we have from Educational Voice, as well as Makematic, NewsHour, PBS, producers that your students are familiar with, as well as very instructional focus. So really bite-sized. This is how you can launch a lesson, answer a curious question, and then dive into a hands-on activity. Some that I wanted to draw your attention to right now, as I mentioned, are the Educational Voice videos. They have a very, again, small 2 or 3 minutes. Get your students curious about a question and then jump into an activity, whether it's about the human body, whether it's about the environment. They have a variety of different new content that I can take you into explore. I also wanted to emphasize that as we bring in the new titles, we are pairing it with resources in our learning center on infobase.com. Most recently, we brought together our science content to talk about the eclipse earlier this fall. Really focused on some math instruction, which again is my favorite. And then also, as I mentioned, we have a lot of content from earlier this year about our new topic centers. Those topic centers were launched just over the summer. So please make sure to take a look at the topic centers and start thinking about how you might want to be able to leverage them in your lesson plans. If you don't have ideas yet, I promise you will have them by the end of this presentation. When we think about trusted producers, I always think of National Geographic. I know from a young age, that was my dream ambition, was to work for National Geographic as a shark photographer, I think was what I originally wanted as a first grader. But we have some great National Geographic content to take a look at, especially this Made in a Day series. Really dives into students' curiosity, nature, boom time, and as well as thinking about current interests that are growing within students. For example, AI, I think, has sparked an interest in many students, and we've been reaching out to bring in new content to support students in that discussion around AI. So there's a new title called AI Art, as well as conversations around climate change. And really, again, my favorite part about STEAM is integrating all of these concepts together and thinking about how does my science instruction support my math instruction, support my English and social studies instruction. I also, as I said, like to think about how these all go together. So in addition to mentioning these National Geographic titles, I also wanted to draw your attention to the Makematic series we recently brought in, and I can show it to you on the platform. But many of the untold stories that you'll see on the platform will highlight figures that are impactful in science, math, technology areas. And so really looking at both the direct science and math instruction, but also how can we spotlight stories and the people behind the inventions, behind the developments that have fueled our our technology and innovation throughout our economy. Um, so as in addition to all these team titles, please keep an eye out for we are bringing in content for Learn360. It's K-12 across all subjects. So today's webinar is STEAM, but please bear in mind if you are a social studies teacher or a literature teacher, please know that we also have content for you and that it might be a great opportunity for your departments to work together and build out some cool ideas. And hopefully I can give those to you. I keep mentioning educational voice because you can see that over the past couple of months, we have continued to bring in more and more content from educational voice because we see that there's a high demand for short form 3-minute videos that launch your lessons. In the scheme of STEAM, we have a whole STEM series as well as financial literacy. And what I really like about each of these is that they start with a question to have students think about and then jump into a quick short explanation. And I think these topics really blend well with some of the thematic instruction that's happening in the classrooms, especially at the younger years. So as we are going through fall and the weather is changing, there's great weather content, curiosity around coding and animals, and really just thinking about our environment. I really highly suggest going in and checking out some of these I Wonder series. And for me, put a question on the board every single day, have it sit there, and at the end of the day or after recess, you get the 3 minutes to launch the video and get your students talking and thinking about the video from Educational Voice. So again, this is not a comprehensive view. There's even more than you're seeing on the screen, but I really wanted to draw your attention to the STEAM ones first. So make sure that's Educational Voice, and it's the I Wonder series. And bring you back over because I want to show you a trick. And this is one that even I just learned recently. So I mentioned that when I'm looking for new content, I'm typically going to the advanced search, and then I'm going down to last 30 days. But there's a trick more than that. Once you go to the last 30 days, you can manipulate it in your search bar to be whichever dates you want. So if you know, heaven forbid, you haven't been on Learn360 for a little while, and you think, well, I haven't really checked since the beginning of the school year, you can adjust the dates. And now you're going to see the last 2 months rather than just the last 30 days. If we go to the 2 months, now you can see that we almost doubled our search results. That instead of just being above 200, now we're over 400. And again, you'll also see that this increases the number of producers that we're also bringing in content from and across the grade levels. You can see that it's 250 in those middle years, to almost 250 for pre-K, and close to 400 for that 3-5 grade. So again, it's Learn360 has all grades and all subjects. And so even doing a quick view here, you can see that we're bringing in content across the subjects as well as across the grade levels. So this is a really good quick way to see what new content there is I've got an Egypt project coming up. Okay, great. I didn't have this last year when I taught this unit. Let me add in this I Wonder series as I do my instruction this fall. So always make sure to check out this advanced search, and you can change this date as you feel. Again, hopefully you're checking in every day. We bring in new assets every single day, but we do understand that if you're sending out newsletters to your schools, it might be on a slightly different cadence or schedule than we do here at Infobase. From here, I wanted to also point out that not only can you do that advanced search to find our new content, but as you're doing the searches as well, you can also use our keyword search to find the content specifically, and then look around our asset types. So it defaults to videos, and then I always do to newest to oldest. But then what I really think that separates Learn360 is that we now have these bundled topic centers, so you can go across, learn about the Golden Gate Bridge, and then talk about different countries or cultures, landmarks from all over the world. Similarly, you can go across to audio, to encyclopedia, to science experiments, to games. We have all the different assets across the scroll bar. So today I'm going to make sure to show you how to leverage all of those in order to supplement your instruction. Bring this on back. Today's focus is on science instruction, and so the first one I want to speak about is life sciences. And again, we have K-12 throughout Learn360. In this example, I was focused on the fall and all of the fun Halloween, autumn, Thanksgiving, all the holidays that we have coming up in this season. And so this is a great opportunity to talk about the bones in your body. We have a new series from I Wonder for the human body, talking about spiders, talking about all the insects and creepy crawlies that come out in the night. So really looking at the Wonderscape titles around from Science Kids. And then, of course, at this point, maybe it's more your pumpkins growing mold. That happened to me one year at school. But again, an opportunity for discussion and thinking about the life cycle of different plants within your classroom. And so maybe it's talking about not only how to grow a pumpkin, but also what happens to the pumpkins as they're sitting out on our stoops. So to bring this all in, I'm going to show you how to build a playlist. And then I wanted to really make this clear that the coolest part about this is I've built all these playlists, and if you reach out to your customer success representative, they can give you this playlist and the curation will be done all for you. So you're going to come out of this webinar today with a playlist. Just make sure to reach out to your customer success representative. So let's try it. I'm back at Learn360. I am logged into a personal account. So if you have your school account, make sure that you're setting up your own personal hi Miss Ice, whatever your school email is, because you're going to want a My Content section. When you're in My Content, you can build folders and playlists. And so as I mentioned, what I did was I built a life science playlist. You can have this playlist yourself as long as you reach out to your customer success representative. And what I did was I thought through different topics within life science and created a progression of videos that could be used. And so what you can then do is once you have this link is you'll be able to copy it and put it into your own My Content section. If you are a teacher that says, you know what, I don't need to, I can do this all on my own, well, let me show you how. you can press save, and what you're going to do is when you find a video, you're going to save it to your folder or to your playlist. And so what I've done here is I've saved them to within a folder called STEAM Alignment. And I created this playlist here. I'm going to show you how to copy and edit it before we go any further. Bear with me as I move around all the boxes. When you go to actions, you can then say copy link. That's going to copy it, and then you can share it with others. But right now I have this turned on to public so that I can share it with others, and then you can also edit it. So once you've added it to someone else's playlist, they can edit and find more content to put in it. So if I'm here, let's take a look at it again, life sciences. The playlists are videos, all videos, and I'm going to bring us through the 39 items. You can see I focused on really mapping out from one video to the next how I could guide instruction. But now maybe I go in and I want to edit it and say, okay, well, my 4th grade teacher friend wants to add in this different video. She can go to search and type in, let's say, long as if you know the specific video you're looking for, you can type in the actual item number as well. For this example, I want to just show you something that goes with How the Body. Maybe I want to add in this lungs video from Some Good Body, and then I'm going to just press add to playlist. Similarly, you can go through and click on them and watch them and double check. If I want to go out of here, and let's take one of them from the topic centers. So I'm going to bring us over to the topic centers. I'm in STEAM. Sorry, I'm going. Don't want to make you all dizzy. And let's go down to the human body. And we want to bring in one of these videos and add it to our playlist. Let's say I can say save to playlist. Now, as I mentioned, I have so many playlists because I do this all day, but you're going to find the playlist that you're looking for and add it right here, and you can build it. As you can see, I have a whole other realms of all the different science ones, but as you go, you can add to your science read alouds, add to your Halloween, whichever playlist it is that you want, or you can create a brand new one. So if you want to create a new one, you can say create new playlist, have it be an example, sample, and type in your own. But I know some of you are curious, so I don't want to spend too much time because we have more than just life sciences. If you are a life science teacher, please make sure to reach out to your customer success representative, and they can get you in touch with that life science one. Again, it's 39 videos that are all pulled to be for life science instruction and guide you through this fall instruction. Let's take a look at the next one. Physical science. So same as I did for life science, I went through all of our content. Physical sciences, we have some great topic centers right now. States of matter, materials, properties, and engineering, some technology and innovation. And I built us some playlists. With these playlists, you can again reach out to the customer success rep and they will be already made for you. All they're going to do is they're going to copy the link and send it to you, and you will be able to add it to your My Content section. Let's take a look at it. I'm going to make you all a little dizzy again. Going in and out. Let's go check out my physical science. And again, I'm going to show off that new feature we have within the My Content, because before I would have to look through all these folders, but now I can quickly search. And I'm going to find my playlist. Love it. Love it when we make our lives simpler, right? So again, now this time I've pulled all of our physical science content. And again, this is not comprehensive, but I looked at alignment and said, okay, here are 26 of the videos that I think will match up to instruction and pull us from one lesson to the next for that 3-5 grade level. And so if you are interested in this playlist, you're going to email your customer success rep. They will send you this link and you can say copy playlist, and they will put it into your My Content section. Once you have it in your My Content section, you can add to it yourself and say, oh, well, actually for my physical science instruction, I want to add in a different higher level instruction on atoms. So then you can go look, let me do full titles, and I can add in my own content on different bonds, whatever it is that you specifically are looking for. Again, I really recommend this I Wonder series. I'm super excited that we've been bringing in all this content from Educational Voice. Once you have it set up in your section, you can make it searchable or not. That's up to your school, you and your school district. But we really want to make sure that, you know, if one teacher is doing all the hard work of putting together these playlists, that other teachers can benefit it. But we don't want to, you know, it's so much work to reinvent the wheel each time. So again, if you are teaching physical science, email your customer success representative. They can bring you this playlist. It's excellent for teaching the phases of the moon. Maybe you're talking about, I don't know, I'm excited about what's going on in Iceland right now. Apparently the Northern Lights are going to be great. So really think, you know, just capitalizing on what your students are interested in and leveraging the playlist to support your instruction. Go ahead and reach out to your customer success representative. There's more. Did I miss one? I did. I went physical science, and now we're going to our planetary. Sorry, got too excited. Bringing us over to planetary science, and I briefly showed it to you, but let me dive in deeper. I type in planet, and again, I have a folder. As you can see, I've been going wild, organizing and curating content, and we've got 29 items in this physics area, as well as in our planet science. You can see that the educational voice content, but also we have from all different producers. So you can see on the bottom here where the producer name is listed. If you start noticing, wow, she keeps talking about educational voice, but I'm really excited about Makematic, you can click on the Makematic producer here, and then it's going to drive you to all of our Makematic content. And like I said earlier, we are featuring all of the different producers, and so Makematic is one of the producers we're featuring here as well in this 3 top tier down menu. Go ahead and make sure to check each of these ones out, and then if you find content that you're excited about and want to build a playlist, you can save it to your My Content section. When you reach out to your customer success representative, they can talk you through how to create the personal email if you need support with that, and how to add these individual playlists into your My Content section. Right now we have the life science, we have the physics, and we have the planetary science in there. And within our support desk, there's all sorts of instruction on how to do it yourself as well. So if if reaching out to someone is hard to do with your busy schedule, you can also check it all out on in our support center as well. And I'll take you over to show you where you can find our support center, but please know that if you're creating playlists yourself, you can also do that using our support center. So I'll just quickly show you. Sorry, I'm looking at the clock and I think I've gotten too chatty. Here where you press help at the bottom of the page, that's going to bring you over to our support center, and going to jump right into topic centers. As you can see, we have updated our support center to include our topic centers. So not only just playlists, but also with topic centers if you are looking to leverage these new tools and features and you need additional support, go ahead and check out that help at the bottom of the screen. All right. I'll talk briefly about these topic centers, and then I really want to focus on some of the project-based learning that you can leverage with the topic centers and with all of these new playlists. We have 50 new topic centers, 24 of those are STEAM. So again, we understand that with science, technology, instruction, it is so important to engage students in their curiosity and supplement their learning with these hands-on examples. So whether it's space and those phases of the moon I talked about, or whether it's building the bridges, thinking about erosion, thinking about animals and habitats, whatever it is, we have a topic center to support that instruction. When you go to topic centers, you'll see the breakdown. There's 24 STEAM, 11 social studies, 12 literacy, and 3 community building. That is all K-12. We can break it down further by different grade levels. So I will show you in the advanced search how to do that. But again, just a reminder that there is a support desk that will guide you through all of the topic centers and how to best leverage them. And we have a recorded webinar that we can share as well. So again, reach out to your customer success representative and we will be happy to give them more resources. You may have noticed when I was showing off the featured producers that you can also find the topic centers in that 3-tier drop-down menu. We also are enhancing the discoverability of the topic centers through the sliders. You can find them as I did with the word bridge through the keyword search and as well as the advanced search. So I brought us over to human body already. So let me just show you quickly that advanced search feature. I'm in LEARN360. I go to advanced search. This time I'm going to go to topic centers. And now I can see the topic centers and the breakdown of which grade bands each topic center is geared towards. And so you can see that as we build them, we focus on our grades 3 through 5 because of that, how they lend themselves to project-based learning and cross-curricular integration. If I click on 3-5, you can also see that within that 3-5 band, we focused on STEAM instruction. So there are 23 topic centers that are grades 3-5 that focus on STEAM instruction. Perfect for all of you that are here to learn about STEAM instruction. Take us to the next. What is so wonderful about the topic centers is that when you find a video that you would like to supplement your instruction with, you can now easily find the game that would connect to that video lesson. So within our weather, for example, our weather topic center, we have 13 videos and then 5 interactives that pair with those videos and then 14 printables. So when I think of students and how they're going to really engage and process the information I'm giving, it always works best to present the information in multiple different ways so that they're hearing it, they're practicing it, and they're excited and engaged. So really there's so much opportunity to take the videos, put it into practice with a printable, and then celebrate that learning with a game and interactive. But the other piece that I want to share is the ability that once you find all this content, your ability to then curate it for yourself. So for me, my name was Miss Ice. States of Matter, it was always a fun project or unit to launch. It was typically done at the beginning of the school year. So I would say, welcome, my name is Miss Ice. Today we're going to try and make ice cream. And then we go into a lesson on changing from water to ice cubes to ice cream. And so if I know that is what I want to do every single year for the next 10 years, I might want to curate that. And so I don't have to search each time. And so what's wonderful now is that from your um, topic center, just like I did with the planets and the life sciences, I can build playlists and folders based on the content that I know I'm using over and over and over again. So maybe I take this add a dash of science, I save it to a folder, and I have my states of matter lesson ready to go. I've already done this for myself because, again, I get to play around all day long with curating this content. And so if we look at project-based learning ideas that I have here, I took project-based learning cooking as an example of states of matter, and went from states of matter reversible versus irreversible, and then wanted to pull in some social studies. So I talk about cookbooks, and then I want to bring in a game. I have horrendous soup. I want to talk about measurement. I can bring in a printable. All of the topic centers now make it much more efficient for it to bundle all the content together and find those pieces that you are going to use again and again. So again, if you need support with the folders and the playlists, reach out to your customer success reps and representatives, and they will be happy to help. Couple more ideas to send you on your way. Habitats and biomes is one of our topic centers. I always loved this one because you could assign each group of students, each table set to a different habitat, and have them dive in again to the printables and the interactives. I'm going to go through quick because we do have a whole nother webinar on Topic Center. So if you are interested in going through these project-based learning ideas for the Topic Centers, please make sure to go check out that webinar from earlier this fall. Math, especially my favorite second grade, we looked at hundreds charts a lot. So combining those printable hundreds charts with videos, and then looking at how you can combine your fast facts as you go through the years. Again, I'm going to bring us through quick because I want to make sure we have an opportunity to talk about classroom video on demand. Classroom video on demand can be added to Learn360 when you have both Learn360 and Classroom Video on Demand. You'll see a star next to the video content that is exclusive to Classroom Video on Demand. Similar to Learn360, Classroom Video on Demand is updated on a rolling basis. For life sciences, when we think about Classroom Video on Demand, we again have all subjects, but we really focus on that content that's going to extend the learning. And so taking that human body instruction and maybe going deeper into how the different systems of the body work, going from spiders maybe and taking it a step further and going into edible insects. Instead of just plants, maybe we're going deeper into all different unique adaptations of plants with the carnivorous plants. Classroom Video on Demand has in-depth content for those honors AP classes that are ready to extend their learning even further. One example of this that my students always loved is the opportunity to go deeper into slime. So again, if you want to take your states of matter lesson and go even deeper into how the atoms bond and how the differences, not just solids, liquids, and gases, but let's go further into, those ambiguous areas. Classroom video on demand can help supplement those trickier conversations and really take your lessons one step further. Similarly, when we're thinking about planetary science, we have a lot of great debate content within Classroom Video on Demand so that you can think about current controversies or technological decisions that are going to be made in the future, and think about the different perspectives and the newest research going towards the future. So really diving into some of our BBC Learning titles that are on Classroom Video on Demand, as well as we have some great Intelligence Squared ones that I know we're going to be adding soon. But really, Classroom Video on Demand allows you to take it one step further with your students and can be added on to your current Learn360 subscription. I'm going to wrap it up there and say that, again, we love to hear from our subscribers, so please email me. It's eice@infobase.com. Miss Ice, Emily Ice. We really appreciate all of your feedback, and we want you to know that as we see the usage, teachers driving usage, using certain content, we customize our sliders to spotlight those titles, anticipate what themes, what units are being prepared. We also send out a new titles email every month that you should be receiving. If you're not receiving a new titles, make sure to reach out to your school district. Learn360 has its own newsletter, and that's where we share some of these project-based learning ideas, as well as highlight our monthly blogs and webinars. Your customer success representatives will again be able to give you links to each of those playlists that we discussed today, as well as help set up your admin portal, which will allow you to run reports and set different customizations within your Learn360 platform. We have an amazing team here at Infobase that is curating and sorting and responding to all of our customers. So please make sure to either reach out to me at eice@infobase.com or one of our customer success representatives, and they will be happy to get back to you as quickly as possible and send you those playlist links. Again, they will be following up this webinar with the deck and the recording, so keep an eye out if there was anyone that could not attend today. You can always share the webinar link and recording with them afterwards. I know we're a little bit over time. I got as close as I could. Is there any questions that I can answer for anyone while we're on here? And thank you to everybody for staying on. We've got such a nice big group. Wonderful then. Well, you've all been such a pleasure to speak with, and I look forward to getting lots of emails asking for all the different playlists, because I really do think when one teacher creates something special that it should be shared with everyone. So thank you for working with us, and we appreciate all of your support. Have a wonderful week.